and welcome back to Wingot Plays Elysium Remastered with Wingot Artenius. Well, I'm basically picking up from where the last episode ended and looking to continue exploring this Volskygge in order to try to get to that ancient scroll of mayhem.
Study, I wouldn't have wanted to be there at the time.
Just a bit apprehensive today. Just feeling a bit short of breath, actually, more than anything. Hoping I'm not coming down with anything. Oh, this. He doesn't see me. So yeah, let's try commanding him. Oh, it's a Drauga. Okay, command was never going to work. Let's conjure it familiar.
What's that?
Oh! What was that? Fireball or something. That's what that was. Let's try reloading. Okay, so we're not going to be able to use command. We'll conjure the familiar as the first step. What that lever does. Good. So that at least gets our familiar in play. We can't use any of our illusion spells against him. Sunfire would possibly work if he's undead. Oh, he's level 39. Level 31, and it looks like all he has to do is hit us once and we die. Let's see if I can try to be a bit more cautious and get our allies a bit more involved. But if not, I might have to come back to this. Familiar. I want to see what this does. Okay, where does that go? I don't think there's any point to this area. Fist. Now we need to try to get our followers involved. Look out. Firing at me. Yeah, I think I have to wait until the familiar engages first, at least. And then try to bring our allies into the room. Because it seems like if he just fires a fireball at me, I just die instantly. Lucian, I think Lucian just shot me. At least didn't die as instantly as when he shoots me. What? Oh. But let's see if I can get out. Okay. I definitely need to heal more. Oh, Lucian's already down. I think two of our allies are down. Okay, yeah, I think he's just far too strong. I think we actually have to leave and come back. Because he is level 31. And he's not even the end of this dungeon. It's not even like he's the boss. He's just like, we've only just come into this room and he's here. And the scroll's all out there. So there's probably another actual boss somewhere. So I think we're going to have to give up on the scroll of mayhem for now and come back at a later time. Just this. I died 4 times there and just had made no progress. Arguably, even the rest of the dungeon up to that point had been very deadly and we'd barely survived. I wonder why that wasn't showing the window on the right that says what's inside of it. Nothing seems to be. Oh, there we go. That is. Weird. Maybe because I had already looted them and they were empty. I just saw... There, coins. No one died, did they? Good. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to come back. I don't think I can survive this dungeon. Alright, it's this way. I'll take it. Huh. I swear I'd actually already looted all of these people and... Don't die. Don't die. So I guess it's time to head back. In fact, let's grab some more steel arrows because we did run out of arrows previously, although I did lose that footage, so you never did see it. But let's head back outside. And then I think I'm just going to be running back to Solitude. So I might just pause the recording if all I'm going to be doing is running back. Definitely doesn't seem interesting running along the road when I'm not going to a destination if all I'm doing is returning back to Solitude. If I wasn't playing in survival mode, I would just fast travel. So if it's something that I would just normally fast travel to, then it's probably better to just pause the recording, in my opinion, and then you all get to fast travel while I go the slow way round. Speaking of slow way, the loading screens can sometimes be incredibly long. Yeah, I'm going to pause the recording and I'll see you when I get back to Solitude. I came outside of Volskygge and saw a light on over there, which looks like some sort of a house. So I think I'm going to go explore a little bit and see what's going on around this area before I head back to Solitude. Like, I would expect this to be a town or possibly even an inn, so it would be interesting to... Like, it's just by itself, it's a single house. Someone owns all this stuff. Don't want to unlock the door. Oh, it can't even be picked. It has. You need to use a key on it. So there's no back entrance or backyard or anything. It's just a random isolated house. Maybe it's like a woodcutter's hut.
Is pure, simple. Don't need to rely on others, mortals,
That looks pretty.
or gods.
That looks very pretty. Anyway, as I said, I'll catch you back in Solitude, unless I find something else interesting on the way that I think it would be nice for you to have a look at as well. Along the way back, I managed to basically make my way over the mountains here. Now I'm headed up this road towards Solitude, but I've just come across what appears to be a settlement. We've run through some sort of a gate there, and then over here there seems to be a whole town, which I don't believe I've ever seen before. I assume it's in the base game because I haven't actually explored anywhere near this far in Fjallmarch. But quite possibly it was added by a mod of some sort. We'll have to see what we can do though about getting across this bridge that seems to be problematic. There we go. And what have we got? We've got a lumber mill. Dragon Bridge. Oh! There was a quest to deliver something here to Dragon Bridge. So we at least now know where Dragon Bridge is. So if I see another quest to take something to Dragon Bridge, it's straight down the road. And there's the actual bridge, which it's presumably named after. So, yeah, a new town that I've never explored before. I think we'll come back in future when I've actually got a quest to deliver something here in Dragon Bridge and explore it a little bit more, but yeah. What is that? That's interesting.
The obvious question
In
is,
dark
This apparently
times,
has something for
friends
me.
bring light.
is it art
This is for you.
or a war?
Thank you for your
Nine ingots. Fine, whatever. Yeah. And it's the museum shipment? No. What's this? This goes up onto the ramparts. Very nice. Definitely much of Skyrim that I've yet to explore. Looks like there's a bear cave nearby as well. Let's see what we can do. That looks too far down to actually bother with. Just because I can't be bothered coming back up to the road at the moment. I don't know if that's about to crash or not. Anyway, oh, and it did crash. I'm going to pause there, and we'll see you again in just a moment once I have made it, well, probably all the way to Solitude. I'll see you in just a moment. And welcome back to Solitude.
My father
As
was
we're running
the
in
only
here,
friend I
we
ever had.
literally ran into a
Felt so
couple
lost
of
when he died.
people who were starting to leave. And yeah, they seemed upset, but I just spoke to that random female and she didn't have anything noteworthy to say, so we'll just have to ignore all of that for the time being. Sometimes it seems that we don't get a loading screen, and I can't figure out what the rationale for whether it does or doesn't pull up a loading screen is. But there we go, we're in Solitude again, yay! So first thing, let's turn off the retrieve the Ancient Scroll of Mayhem. We'll have to go back to that one later. But we can collect a bounty from Falk Firebeard, who, if I look at my compass there, looks like he... I don't think he's in the Blue Palace. Oh, maybe he is. I think we're running towards the Blue Palace. I just didn't realise Solitude was that narrow, I guess. Like, I didn't realise when we were running in that we were basically running on that diagonal. But yeah, looks like we're going to the Blue Palace. And we'll be talking to the Jarl Steward, I would expect, in order to complete this. Okay, wants us to go in here instead of the main door back there. He's probably asleep, frankly. It does seem to be the middle of the night. Long loading times. And I don't think there's much I can do about the long loading times, because upgrading the graphics card will help with some of that choppiness out in the overworld and like running around Solitude. But the loading times, I'm already using a SSD, and from what I remember, like it's a pretty good quality read speed and cache and everything on that SSD. So yeah, I don't know that there's anything we could do. I think it's just because of how large the game gets when you've got so many mods and textures and everything installed. But here we go, we're inside, and somewhere around here, he's up there. I assume that there's stairs somewhere.
Powerful men have many enemies.
There were stairs there.
More so in
Yep.
times of
Okay.
strife.
This place looks very easy to get lost in. I assume that... I don't know if that's the Jarl's room or the Magician's room. I don't even know if there is a Magician here. I assume there is. Here we go, he's sleeping. Apparently he undresses when he sleeps.
Oh,
which is
Kind
more
start.
realistic. But here we go. Steep Fall Burrow has been cleared. I'm here for the bounty.
Excellent. You've done us a great service.
Here's my reward.
Here's your reward.
Thank you. 150 septums. That's all I get for going that far. I know that you're looking for some help with the Volskygge cave. I think you saw... Wow, that lighting's really shocking. I think you guys saw when I first came here, but we'll pick that up.
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue?
Dragon Bridge.
I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Artenius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Volskygge cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
I'm sure it's more substantial than he thinks, especially if it's going to be called The Man Who Cried Wolf. Why is it called Volskygge? Does General Tullius respect Elysium? Yep, okay. I think we're right.
Feel free to return to me with questions.
I feel like he looks
Blue Palace
a fair
is
bit like
open
Sean Bean.
forum.
Anyway. Jump. Perfect. So now we can head outside and we can, one, swing by our house and offload the various inventory we've got on us and on Janessa. But two, we can also swing by that missives board and pick up any, including any that are pointing me towards Dragon's Bridge, now that I actually know where it is. And it's where I need to go for that cave clearing out quest that we just picked up anyway. And hopefully clearing out Volskygge Cave is less of a problem than clearing out Volskygge was, given that Volskygge seems very impossible at our current level. But I do also just wonder whether the whole of the Fjallmarsh area... No, I'm not in Fjallmarsh, I'm in... Because Fjallmarsh is the next one over with the actual marshes. I can't think of what the Solitude hold is called. But I do wonder, yeah, whether the Solitude area is just a higher level and I'm not meant to even be here, because it does seem most of the stuff we've tried to fight has been quite challenging to fight. I guess that said, the Broken Orc Grotto I was able to handle very easily with, frankly, heavy use of the command spell, but didn't even have any challenges with using command. Pretty much anyone I hit other than the captain himself was automatically under my control. So yeah, we'll have to see. Anyway, loading into Solitude always seems to take absolutely forever, and all I'm going to be doing is sleeping and then heading back to that missives board. So I'm going to pause again and I'll see you all in just a moment. And welcome back. It definitely does seem that the Solitude city itself is always quite choppy. So I suspect that there is some... there is just too much going on in the area.
I've got a
How
little
can I search this missing board?
interesting traveler.
There we go. Deliver a letter to Dragon Bridge. Good. We at least know where that is now. Gather some iron ore. Yeah, might as well pick that one up. Gather Frost Miriam. I don't know where any is. Potion to Whistling Mine. Collect Venison. Soul Gem 3s. Might as well. Hunt a Vampire in Haafingar. The Pale, the Reach. We don't want to go back to those areas. So yeah, we'll just take these quests that we've got. The Whistling Mine, I'm not sure. I'm wondering if that is in Haafingar or if that's somewhere else. Because like Bruma is, my understanding is it's as far south as you can go. It's more south than Falkreath, where we were previously. It's that expansion, that mod area. I feel like the Whistling Mine is off near Windhelm. The fiery look of her clothes is quite
There's
impressive.
nothing like a good song to lift the spirit in troubled times.
Oh, you're a bard. Okay. Looks like we're going to be picking up the letter from possibly the
Come by the winking scheme
Blue Palace.
anytime you want to return.
Okay. I think Solitude gets less choppy the longer I'm in it, though. So it's almost like there's too much AI going on when you first load into Solitude, and it has to resolve where everyone's going and trying to get to, and current positions and everything, while it's also loaded you into the area already. Like, it doesn't do that before giving you access. That'd be my speculation as to why it's always so choppy. Either that, or maybe there is a bad script in specifically the Solitude area. Because, as I say, it seems to mainly affect Solitude. It doesn't, I haven't noticed it anywhere else. I've run through Whiterun and didn't notice any choppiness there. Falkreath's obviously outside, so I guess that doesn't count. But, yeah. Just seems to be an interesting observation. Come on, loading screen. Oh, and it crashed. I'll be back in just a moment. And we are back. I did give the computer a complete restart, which hopefully will help to improve both the choppiness and nice music, and stop it from crashing so much. And it already feels like Solitude is a lot more manageable, although as I say that it gets super choppy. But what did we need to do in... Oops. We needed to search this missive board. Come on. There we go. Good. Now we wanted to collect soul gems. We wanted... I do notice that Dragon's Bridge has disappeared. Letter to Greenwood. I don't know where Greenwood is. I did look up Whistling Mine in the meantime, and it's over in Winterhold, so we definitely don't need to be going there at the moment. But let me just quickly look up where Greenwood is, because if that's at least in an adjacent hold, then I'd be willing to take it. But it looks like Greenwood is in Bruma. So again, it's trying to send me to Bruma. Gather Nightshade. Well, that's actually probably pretty easy because there's lots of Nightshade around. Let's take a quick look at that quest. Gather 10 Nightshade. Easy. Yeah, I find that odd because... Oh no, I think we've got a level 3. So let's take a look around. There's plenty of Nightshade over in the cemetery. Mountain flowers. There's some Nightshade. Although I think I might have picked the thistle. I think I did. Perfect. Might as well grab this dragon's tongue while we're at it. Good. And then we'll just check each of these. Oh, that my mistake. I thought that was Nightshade, dragon's tongue. As I say, we should probably head over to the cemetery. Death Bell. There you go, there's some Nightshade. There's lots of Death Bell around here, but there doesn't seem to be much in the way of Nightshade. Okay. Fine. So, yep, let's head over to the cemetery and see if we can pick enough Nightshade to actually finish this quest.
Lost my eye defending the Empire.
And now we're up to 4 Nightshade, maybe 5. It said Nightshade 4 in the bottom left corner, but that was before it would have counted that as harvested. Yeah, okay, so I think we've got 5. And now we've got 6. Yeah. So it shows us when we're actually looking at one that we can harvest. it shows us how many we've got in our inventory, which is convenient because it would allow you to decide that you've got enough of something that you don't actually need to harvest more of it. Steal a leak, okay. Potato plants. Nightshade. Then we only need 2 more, which I'm sure that there will be. Lavender, Dragon's Tongue, Nightshade, good. Nice, we'll grab that Death Bell. And there's Nightshade, perfect. And we'll grab a spare ore at it. Bring to Angeline. I think that's not Angeline's aromatics, is it in Whiterun? I'm just gonna grab a few spare ingredients while we're at it. I know I said that I'm not going to be doing much picking of ingredients, but while we're already doing it for a quest, may as well grab a few extra. And we will need to do alchemy as well in future, so... Okay, good. So we don't have to go to Whiterun to hand this one in. I thought in Whiterun it was called Angeline's Aromatics, though.
Feel free to look around. We have a fine selection of herbs here at Angela's Aromatics.
Where are you? You're there. Hi, Angeline.
It's good to see a fresh face.
Your hair keeps
You
changing
wouldn't
colour.
have had-
I have the nightshade you were looking for.
Thank you. Here, this is
100
for you.
septums and a chunk of potions. Okay.
Don't forget me next time you need herbs and potions.
I won't. You're my favourite herb selling person. That's why I knew that you were Angeline's Aromatics and not in Whiterun. Oops, what did I just take? Deliver potion. I think that's deliver a potion to Bruma that I've just accidentally picked up. And does it say we picked up 2? Deliver potion to Groomer, deliver potion to Whistling Mine. I think I'm actually going to load, because 2 of them is definitely a mistake. One of them I could have decided, I could have gone for a detour, I could have gone possibly into Bruma, possibly to Winterhold, and delivered it, but 2 of them, no, that's a mistake. So, there's 2 quests to deliver a potion to Whistling Mine? No, there's not. There's not, but I think Bruma is not showing up properly. Yeah, because I don't see Bruma there, so that's how I managed to get both with just only clicking it once.
I think I may wait until the burning of King Olaf to have a spiced wine.
Anyway, we could go try talking to the Tavern Keep and see if he's got any quests for us. But I don't know, maybe the Missives board actually just collects all of the quests that are available in the area? Like all of the Radiant quests? I'm not 100% how the Missives board actually works.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever.
Winking Skeever.
Take a load off
Yep.
and enjoy the atmosphere.
Sorex, I think you're the Tavern
Seems
Keep.
there's always more to be done.
You work here?
You could say that.
Own the place.
Well, okay. My father
Fair
owns the
business.
Winking Skeever.
You're at the execution.
I showed up. I don't know if they were right to execute him for what he did, but it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Uh-huh. That seems harsh.
Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together. It was us, a few others, and Vivian. Vivian Onus.
Vivian Onus.
I have no idea why, but one day I told Rogvir I liked her. It was a stupid thing to do. He mocked me incessantly after that. From that point forward, every time Vivian and I were anywhere close to each other, he made sure to humiliate me.
Yeah, okay.
Beat me up, dump meat on my head, anything he could get away with. Once he even slipped a beehive into my bed. We were children, sure, but Rogvir never outgrew that immaturity or his cruelty. So any talk about him being an honorable Nord? Pure folly.
I don't know, immaturity doesn't make someone
I was done
non-honorable.
talking anyway.
But, yeah, okay, I think... Who are you?
Welcome to the Winking Skeever,
Oh.
friend.
Had any rumors?
I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested.
Sure.
Magic? You're on the wrong side of Skyrim. You want Winterhold. That... Otherwise, you can try the Jarl's Wizard. I wouldn't, though.
Why not?
Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
Yeah, so it looks like I can't get quests from...
Wherever the Daedra hide,
Vigilant.
the Vigil
Okay.
of Stendar will cast them into the light.
You.
The Vigil will be watching you.
Very, okay. So what quests do we even have? We picked up that one to go to Dragon's Bridge, but we didn't manage to get a second one to go to Dragon's Bridge, did we? No, because of the game crash. I'm pretty sure that Innkeeper didn't have anything about... Like, there was nothing to ask him more about the Way of the Nine. So I guess it's particular innkeepers that you have to ask for that. Beehives, talk to the Jarl of Whiterun, Dragonborn Gallery, yeah. Well, maybe we should just head out and check out this Wolf Skull Cave. And if it winds up being too difficult for us, then... What was that noise? If it winds up being too difficult for us, then we'll be able to probably come back and look for some more Radiant quests. Maybe we just need to wait a day or something. I don't know how to get that missive sport to repopulate, but, well, it changed between loads of Solitude, so it definitely has some sort of random generation built into it. And there we go. Now, given that it's daytime, what is it? 9 AM. So I might swing by and see if I can actually find the guy that we need to talk to buy a horse. Because, of course, last episode we couldn't find him, but it was evening, or night time. I think it might have been 9 PM or so. So maybe 9 AM. We might be able to find him outside of his house. And willing to sell us a horse. Catless Farm. Okay. Who are you? You're the guard. There's the wife. There's the kid. And there's someone here. Random male
Got
dog.
business at the stables?
How long are you going to stable master? I could buy a horse. Actually, I'll buy a wild horse map.
Of course.
Find and tame the dark brown horse. Find and tame the
If you're
black
heading
horse.
up to
Find and tame the
Solitude,
grey spotted horse.
Stop to check out the view on your
Okay,
way.
looks like there's only 3. So, wild horse notes. Near Marketh, near Solitude, across the river from Catless Farm, near a dragon mound. Across the river from Catless Farm. Well, we're near Catless Farm, and we're getting even more find and tame requests. East of Helgen, not far from the roadside, west of Whiterun in the open plains. If I had the coin, I hired a wizard to use Detect Life and help me find these horses. So, it says that it's across the...
Farming is for rabbits.
It says that it's across the river there. And so it might be worth going back to the Jarl, finding the Jarl's wizard, and seeing if he'll sell me a Detect Life spell. And then we can actually start going around looking for wild horses, and possibly that will allow us to tame a horse that we can then use. Which would be quite nice, and not that 1,000 gold would be a problem, but it'd be nice to actually do these quests, and I think these quests do feed into the Dragonborn Gallery as well. So we may as well go out and explore and find some horses. I will be back in just a moment though, after I speak to the Jarl's wizard and see if he's got a spell for me that will help us to detect life. And welcome back. I was unable to find anything resembling a detect life spell from the Jarl's wizard. I did pick up a number of different spells, but yes, nothing like a detect life spell. And I did accidentally buy some destruction clothes that cost, I think, about 1,800 gold. But we got the Conjure Flame Atronach and the Restore Cold spells. I think it must be the only ones that I wound up getting in the end. If we pop in here, let's try conjuring the Flame Atronach and just make sure that we're going to be able to. Yeah, perfect. Good. So that didn't use up all of our mana, and it also succeeded. Like it wasn't like we had any difficulty with casting that spell, which is a good thing. Yeah, arcane concentration is even increased. What's it shooting at? Oh, apparently I ran straight past the mud crab. Our followers are all over there. Now, across this river is where it said we would find the horse. It said it was near a dragon burial mound, and so I think that over there looks like a dragon burial mound. So let's go have a look and see what we can find. There's a horse. Now the question is, how do we tame the horse? Is it like in Legend of Zelda, where the horse will get spooked when we get close and we need to catch it? Wild horses will buck until tamed. Stay mounted until they submit. If you are thrown, try again. Once tamed, you can add a saddle and rename them at any stable. When changing horses, tamed horses will return to the location where they were found. Also, it looks like Brack had a horse in his pocket. Oh! Okay. So we failed. Let's try again. And here's the dragon burial mound that it was talking about. Hey, come back here. Come back here. Let me on. So I don't know that there's anything we can do to actually make it more likely that we're going to succeed. It could just be random. Ooh! Yeah. Hello, Oh, that's Janessa. Come on, horse. I want to try to get on you. You going to let me? Just softly, softly. Come on, softly, softly. Horse has been successfully tamed. Awesome. So I've now got a horse. It's quite patchy and multicolored, but we've got a horse. Awesome. And now with this horse, we can head back towards Dragon Bridge and then up here towards the Volskygge Cave. But I think we're probably hitting the wrapping up point. And so I think we'll have to attempt to get to Volskygge Cave next episode. In the meantime, stay happy and healthy, and I hope to see you in the next one.